Hello guys to another video. In this one I'm going to talk about why as you get higher rank in League of Legends the games last less time. Because I thought that would be fun to talk about, and to prove that the games last less time I'm going to discuss it all while I watch one of my games which is in high rank, so of course it will last not as long. I think this game takes about like 24 minutes. It's just the duration of this video, of course. So the things I want to talk about, first of all, as you get higher rank in League of Legends, the games last less time. I got hit there because I wasn't paying attention. I'm not going to talk about the game really. I'm just going to talk about duration. So as you get higher rank, the games last less time. As you get lower rank, the games last longer. So why is that? Does that just mean that high ranked players like playing faster, or does it mean like lower ranked players just like playing scaling characters, or maybe low ranked players just aren't as good, so they can't win the game as quickly? But wouldn't that mean they also can't lose the game as quickly as well, or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, I'll start off with why high ranked games don't last as long, which in my opinion is just because people in higher ranks play for the objectives more. And the objectives include everything. They include these towers. I mean, even look like they lane swapped. I'm not even going to get into this. It honestly doesn't matter that much. But people are going to play for objectives, and what they won't play for as much is kills. Like, kills are good and important, and I think there are a lot of kills this game. But the kills are with the purpose. Like, people are dying and getting killed because they're trying to get objectives. You know what I'm saying? When people die and get killed in lower ranked, it's not always because they're trying to get an objective. Sometimes they just die for no reason. It just happens. So because everyone in high rank is just playing for the objective more, sorry, had to cough. That means that, like, as a result, the games will you'll end the game faster. Because if like say I'm playing to defend a tower compared to playing to just kill the guy and get my KDA up, I'm going to end the game. I mean, both sides are just going to end the game faster. And you'll see right now, another thing, high elo players see the potential of plays, So, maybe in low rank this invade wouldn't happen. Maybe it would though, I won't say anything. This invade could happen anywhere. Right now they're fighting over nothing. This is nothing. But you'll see everyone is constantly like pushing waves. I can show it during the game. Pushing waves, hitting towers. The game just ends faster for that reason alone. Basically, higher rank you go, the more people play for objectives, aka the more people are playing to win. Because they realize, objectives are how you win the game, and they're playing to win the game. Like, of course, the people who are higher rank are going to be the ones that play to win the game. I mean, I guess that just makes sense. But another thing is high elo players. I'm going to say this quickly. Basically, it is a better strategy to play for early game rather than late game. Because if you're stronger at the start of the game compared to being strong at the end of the game, uh, the people who are stronger early will get every objective. They'll snowball. So the people who are stronger early will also end up being stronger late. Unless it goes really, really, really late game, right? Like the game lasts a really long time. The people who are stronger early are going to like stay stronger forever, basically. Like one thing I used to tell my friends, because I'm trying to help them improve as well. I would tell them early game is the only thing that matters. And the higher rank you go, the more early game matters. And so, taking into account what I just said, that's what I think is that, early game is all that matters. most high ranked players think the exact same thing. They think early game is all that matters. And because of that, you can tell, like, look at our characters. All 10 of these characters, except Lilia and Aphelios. I mean, even Lilia and Aphelios are good early, right? But, like, our champions are all really good early. Like, say we replace this Heimerdinger with a Kale, for example. Like, it would be a really easy, like, for blue team, it would be really easy to just say, oh, they have a Kale. Let's play to shut down this Kale. You know? Like, if you don't pick an early game champ, you're kind of just giving the enemy, like, a window to play through in a way. But yeah, what I'm getting at is because I think playing for early game rather than late game is the superior strategy, and most high ranked players would say the same thing. Games last longer because people just play for early game, right? Like everyone is playing for early game, and early game is the superior strategy, in my opinion. It's all subjective. League is a pretty complex game. You can make an argument for anything. One kind of short story I have is when I was like Diamond, right? Like now I'm Challenger, but when I was Diamond, I always wanted to play Scaling Champs because scaling is just more fun. Like my top 3 champions, mastery point wise, were Veigar, Kayle, and maybe it was Kassadin, but if it wasn't Kassadin, if it was Qiyana, which both, used to at least be like really scaling champions. Like Qiyana and Kassadin would just sit under tower for 3 levels, do nothing, and then they scale. But yeah, the idea is scaling is just not that good of a strategy. But I think that people in lower ranks don't realize that. Not even in like I don't even know like how to put it. Like it's not that they don't realize because they're like dumb. Like people in lower ranks just don't realize it because they're not in higher ranks yet. Like as you get higher rank, you want to be more early game. And the reason for this is because as you get higher rank, people make less mistakes. They execute plays more correctly. For example, like I don't want to go back, waste time. But for example, our team is ahead right now, right? Like we're up 2 kills. Well, more importantly, we're up, 800 gold. Everyone's kind of doing well. So we're up right now. We're like our team is not going to throw. Like we're going to stay up guaranteed. You know what I mean? Like we're not going to throw this lead. But if you're in lower rank, we could easily, say you're this Riven in lower rank. There's a good chance your team just throws the lead. There's a good chance they don't throw the lead, but there's also a good chance they throw the lead. So I would say that as you go lower rank, you should pick scaling champs more because games just last, longer. So picking scaling champs is just the way to go. Also, a good thing I think is if you're in lower rank, you might as well just pick a scaling champ because you're probably good enough to win early game on the scaling champ because you can just be better than the enemy. But yeah, I can go into why lower rank games last longer now. And like I said, a reason for it is I've said a few reasons, but one of them is lower ranked players just aren't as good at playing for the win. Like for example, right now, like if we kill Heimerdinger, it's really early in the game still. So, this is just kind of a kill to get a kill. But see, off of this Heimerdinger kill, Riven is going to get as much as she can off of Heimerdinger being dead right now. So she's going to push this wave. She has ult up and flash up. So, she's pretty strong right now. She might even keep getting plates. Now she for sure will, because she sees Lilian action mid. Like Riven is going to get as much as she can off of this kill. Whereas in a lower ranked game, if this Riven was worse, she might not realize she can get all of this off of the kill. So, the game would just progress slower. Why did I say more slow? I mean, look how much Riven is getting. She got 2 waves, the next wave, and now she's going to proxy the next one. Like, that's off of 1 kill. Heimerdinger died once, and that's how much the enemy team lost. They didn't lose 300 gold from Heimerdinger dying. They lost, like, all of the stuff they lost besides the death. But that happened because Heimerdinger died. So here, Lilia ganked bot. You know, someone else might just walk away. Lilia's just going to stay bot because he's like, oh, we can just hit this tower right now. You know, everyone is playing for the objective really hard. They're like, I mean, I guess you could call it pushing your limits, but it's more like just playing. Like, they recognize what gets to the win, and they just play toward the win. I don't know. I'll go 2 times speed now, because the game's kind of... I'll go 4 times speed even. Let's see if I can finish this. So let me go back to low rank. Low rank players don't realize like what specifically wins the game, and what specifically wins the game is pretty straightforward. It's the objective, you know. Dragons aren't the best objective right now. Grubs are a very good objective right now. Obviously, in like Welcome to Noxus season, Feats are a really good objective. You know, both teams are just playing really hard to like break the enemy's base, which is the objective. You know, towers are an objective. No one's really playing for kills. There's a lot less kills, but the game lasts less time, you know. In high rank, people will be more poor, right? Like, in your ranked game, you're probably not at 14 minutes with, like, 1 item. The Riven's fed, though. But, like, everyone is kind of poor compared to a lower ranked game. Like, no one is fed. Like, Riven's fed, but that's kind of just, you know, it happens sometimes. If Riven is this fed, the game's over, you know? Like, no one should be this fed in a high ranked game, or the game is over. Which is kind of good news, because that means, in your low ranked game, if you're this fed, maybe that means you can guarantee to win. What if I do like directed camera? There we go. Okay, well, those kind of aids to look at. Anyway, the game's probably over right now. I'll just stop the video. But, yeah, I hope that, you know, was interesting to listen to. I don't think this is that helpful, but, you know, helpful things. Play for the win, aka objectives. Know which objectives are better than other objectives. I think League is a game of balancing objectives. But that's for another video, of course. But yeah, I hope this was just interesting. I didn't really focus on like helping you guys improve this time. I hope this was just interesting to listen to, because I think it's an interesting thing that the higher rank you go, the shorter time the games last. I feel like that's just interesting. And yeah, thanks for watching.